If you capsize a single-hander, it is best if you try to climb over the high side directly onto the daggerboard as the boat capsizes. This is usually possible when the boat capsizes to leeward, but more difficult when the capsize is to windward, on top of the helmsman. Getting onto the daggerboard as the boat capsizes makes it possible to right the boat quickly and also helps avoid exhaustion through having to swim around the boat and climb up onto the daggerboard. If you end up in the water, reach up and pull down on the daggerboard and pull on the gunwale if you can reach it. Climb aboard as the boat comes upright. The standard method for righting a two-person dinghy is called the scoop method because one person is scooped aboard as the other pulls the boat upright. The weight of one person in the boat as it is righted makes it more stable and helps prevent it capsizing again. During a capsize recovery, you and your crew will be out of sight of each other during much of the procedure, so keep talking to each other to make sure that you know what is happening and ensure that the other person is safe. When you've capsized, immediately check that you're both safe and not trapped under the boat or sails. Whoever is nearest to the middle of the boat should make sure that the centreboard is fully lowered. Then you should both pull yourselves along to the transom. This is to ensure that if the boat inverts, neither of you are trapped under the upturned boat. If possible, find the end of the mainsheet and pass it over the top of a rudder to use as a safety line as the heaviest person swims round to the centreboard and climbs onto it. When the person doing the righting is on the centreboard, she tells the other person to move into the boat. This crew member finds the uppermost jib sheet and throws the end to the person on the centreboard, who, once she has hold of the jib sheet, can let go of the main sheet that she was using as a safety line. The person inside the boat now allows herself to float inside the hull, holding on to a thwart or tow strap, without putting any weight on the boat that could cause it to invert. If she can reach it easily, she should ensure that the main sheet is free to run, so that the mainsail can flap freely when the boat is righted. The person on the centreboard stands with her feet close to the hull and leans back, holding onto the jib sheet. Standing near the end of the centreboard risks breaking it. Lean back and pull steadily on the jib sheet. The boat will be slow to right at first, but when the masts and sails have been pulled clear of the water, it will come up quite quickly. As the boat comes upright, the other person will be scooped aboard. The person on the centreboard can often scramble aboard by the windward shroud as the boat comes upright. If not, the crew can help her aboard over the side deck. Modern dinghies, especially high-performance ones, are often very prone to invert when capsized. This is because they usually have a high amount of built-in buoyancy that is situated in the sides and the floor of a boat rather than in the bow and stern. This helps them to come upright with very little water in them, but it also causes them to float very high on their sides when capsized. Floating high makes it more likely the boat will invert. If a boat inverts, its decks can form a seal with the water, and the resistance of the sails underwater also makes it slow to right. The technique for righting an inverted boat is to bring it up to the normal capsized position, lying on its side, before proceeding with the scoop method. Remember to right the boat so that the mast comes up against the wind. This makes the recovery from a normal capsized position much easier and will help prevent the boat capsizing again. So remember, always keep hold of the boat. Check that you are both safe. Fully lower the centreboard and pull yourselves along to the transom. One of you climbs onto the centreboard while the other passes up the jib sheet. Lean back and pull on the jib sheet to right the boat. Try to scramble on board as the boat comes upright while the person in the water is scooped into the boat.